Alright everybody, we are here in the shop. We've pretty much done all the sound demos we're going to do. We're going to start with step one in the removal and installation of a new deck. It may seem basic. A lot of people overlook it. You probably won't realize it until the install is complete. But eject your disc. Again, that seems simple enough, but you do not want to pull this unit, get your new one in, go to fire it up, put in your favorite CD, and then realize that your favorite CD is currently in the factory deck that you just removed that now has no power. So, pretty obvious for step one. It is simple, get you going in the right direction, and that's all there is to that one. We'll come in now. Step two is going to be to disconnect the battery cable. Okay everybody, so we've got our CD ejected, and step two is actually going to be, we'll pop the trunk and we'll go back and disconnect the negative battery cable. Alright, so our next step is to raise the trunk lid, and then we're actually going to come in. This is a little tricky with the camera, but the black tab you see right here, this kind of little pull string, lift up on that. If you've never done this, now you know. Usually most of them are going to have space saver. This has the full size, more traditional thing going. But right there is our negative battery cable. Again, if you don't know, black, negative, red, positive. And it's kind of a loose fit with this 10mm, but I still don't have much metric going. Again, this is really hard to do this stuff and not block the camera view. Alright, so once you wrestle with this stupid thing for a long time, you'll eventually be able to get it off. That was actually worse, in my opinion, than the factory oil filter. Nonetheless, we've got it off. Actually had to bring in this pry bar to get the job done, believe it or not. But with that disconnected, we can actually go in now and remove trim panels. Don't have any risk of shorting anything out, and that's what we're going to do now. Alright, so note that I've got the car in neutral. That's actually going to give us a little more room between the T-handle and the bezel here. That way, should we kind of pull and something jerk out, there's not as much of a chance that we're actually going to scratch anything. I'm actually going to come in and lay a rag down, but essentially what you want to do is take some panel tools. A lot of people use their fingers and start down in the corner. I believe there's 8 clips. Essentially, once you get one started, you should be good to go. I don't have fingernails, and I think you could do it, but the bottom line is it's just a lot easier if you have a couple of panel tools, kind of like you see here. We lost our vehicle lighting, but I mean, you can get these for $5 for a pack of 5 basically, and they're definitely the right tool for this job. Since I want to use both hands, don't want to damage anything, I'm going to end it here. I'll be sure to show you how this comes out. Alright, what I did here, got the first clip removed, just used a 90-degree end on this panel remover. I actually had trouble down here in the corner where most people said they start. This seemed to give the most, so that's what I did. If you look in, you'll actually see the clip, which once I know where the 8 clips are, I think that'll be helpful. Again, what I did is came in with a panel tool, 90-degree right here at the top. It's what actually seemed to have the most give, in my opinion. And then I worked my way down. You can see another clip here in line with the factory knob. There's one here. Then coming down to the bottom, we'll just go ahead. And we got several that time. It looks like there's just one more. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. Okay, so we've got this fully disconnected. It's actually a pretty hardy piece. I want to go ahead and show you that we have got 3 clips across the top. You can kind of see their provisions here in the dash, 1, 2, and 3. This whole dash is kind of that soft, foamy feel. The next series of clips, is going to be here, one on either side of the knob. That's going to correspond to these larger clips here. And then at the bottom, that's clips 4 and 5, of course, and then at the bottom there are 3. one on each side, positioned right where you see there, and of course parallel on the other side. And then if I can lift that up high enough, you can see the one in the middle. And so what we want to do now is lightly set that down, and as you can see, we have one connection, two connection, three connection, four connections back here. They're all going to be color coded, so it's essentially foolproof. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect those, and we will be into our double din. Alright, just for reference, I want to go over these. The switch you see here with the red locking mechanism, it's going to plug it in, and the yellow, that's going to be the dead giveaway. What that goes to is going to be your fan control. Our next set of plugins, the basically your climate control, push on for AC, that is going to essentially be this blue plug, and it's easy to get these crossed. This last one, the single stranded blue, is actually going to plug in into this port, our final one. Again, these are all sized, you know, that blue one's obviously going to go here, and then the gray plug with the single blue wires here. This bottom outlet, which you can kind of see a little better now, it's actually going to be the black harness. And again, these are all sized. You really can't screw it up. You know, if they don't fit, it's either upside down or you've got the wrong socket. And what we're able to do now, you know, since we've got the trim panel removed, which is actually a really nice piece, you can't really see, but there's 4 screws right here. They're just standard number 2 Phillips. There's, you know, 1, 2, 3 in the top corner, and then 4 here. We need to remove those just with a standard screwdriver, and we can get our radio pulled out. Okay, I brought my work light into the car. It's amazing how dark it gets, the dark interior, but you can clearly see now, you know, again, I've just got a standard number 2 bit. We've got screw 1, screw 2, there's number 3, and there's number 4, you know, righty tighty, lefty loosey. That's all there is to this one. So let's get it out and see what we've got. Okay, so take all of about 15 seconds to get the screws out. Again, there are 4, they're number 2 Phillips. What you do now, you know, the nice thing, you know, if you're used to old cars, you take the screws out, you're probably going to have something swing or hinge or fall. This is nestled in, a little cubby hole. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. We should be able to get it started. Basically drop it down there. You can kind of see the harness. That's what I'm going to go for. And again, I cannot do this filming and working at the same time, so my apologies there, but I promise I will update you. Okay, so basically what we've got is the antenna that you see there with the pink and the wiring harness here. Also make note of that factory pink paint mark on the firewall. Years down the road, people might care about that.